all ninth graders in the Trek program at Drake High School, and we're giving a presentation about stress. So these are stress balls. Just gonna like pass them around. Can't keep them, unfortunately. Just like kind of pass them around.
Alright, so we're just gonna start out with the small activity that Anthony can run.
Okay, we're going to do a stand up and go activity. Stand up, you say you apply to you or something. So stand up and vote if you or someone you know is feeling stress.
Okay, basically he's gonna say something, and if it applies to you or someone you know, just stand up and vote.
Okay. Stand up and vote if you or someone you know has so much on their mind that they give up. Sit back down. Okay, stand up and vote if you or someone you know is stressed from schoolwork. Stand up and vote if you or someone you know has good levels of stress.
So what? What's the
Good
question?
levels of stress, a good amount of stress.
Does that mean like a lot?
So, like average amount of stress. Stand up and vote if you or someone you know can control your stress levels. Sit back down.
So now I have a poster.
Okay, so first of all, can any of you give me some ideas on what stress is? Like, really brainstorm? Yeah, sure. And if you say something, then you get a piece of candy. So what do you guys think stress is? Yeah.
Stress is like thinking about what you have to do too much and like I don't know, just worrying about.
Okay. How about you in the brown jacket?
When you're doing something and then you continue to think about what you have to do next and what you have to do on time or
Okay. Me?
Overthinking.
Okay. Blue shirt?
just kind of being there, not wanting to do that time, just kind of just really get stressed out.
Discomfort. These are all really good ideas. So I'm going to call on some of you, and if you can just read like each one of the things that I wrote on the poster, get a piece of candy. So would someone like to read? Okay, so can you read about acute stress?
Acute stress is the most common form of stress. It's normally short-term and highly treatable. Symptoms are seen in most people and it is perfectly normal to feel.
Okay. So yeah, that's acute stress. Acute stress is basically like your normal amount of stress. Like, say you have a test coming up or something, and you're kind of freaked out about it. That's like a regular amount of stress. We all need stress in our lives. It's just a normal thing. So can someone read about episodic acute stress?
There are cases when regular acute stress forms into episodic acute stress. It makes you feel more stressed than usual. It is also treatable, but more severe.
Okay, so episodic acute stress is more of you have a lot of family stuff going on or something, and that's stressing you out, and it's getting in the way of your schoolwork or something like that. That's more of episodic acute stress. Like, it's just like a deeper kind of stress. Like, you're more freaked out about stuff than usual. And can someone read me about chronic stress?
Chronic stress is not good. It can harm you physically and mentally. This is the kind of stress that wears people down and is quite serious.
Okay, so chronic stress is not a good thing. That's it can affect your health. Maybe it deprives you of sleep. It's just a really bad kind of thing, and you really want to avoid that. So you want to treat your stress at the source. And then, can someone read the definition of stress?
Stress. A state of mental or emotional stress strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances.
Okay, so that is the definition of stress.
Yeah. So that was basically what stress is. And now we're going to talk about how it affects us in our daily lives, so symptoms and signs of stress. One other thing that stress is when your body is a natural response to harmful situations, like kind of when you get like an adrenaline rush when you're about to be in danger, like if you're about to get hit by a car or you kind of dodge out of the way or things like that. They kind of overwork your body, like in your muscles and everything. And it's okay. Sorry, my iPad turned off. It's okay to have that, and but over time, especially with regular mental stress, this can kind of evolve into aches and pains that are constant throughout your life, and that's one symptom of chronic stress. Depression, anxiety, isolation, and negativity. These are all signs of emotional stress, so things like family problems or schoolwork that get to you a lot. They kind of lead to a more negative outlook, like you're really stressed about something like, oh, I'm never going to get this done, it's never going to happen for me. That's kind of what that comes from. Anger or outward frustration and aggression. So this is another part of emotional stress. Like the first one, it had to kind of do with schoolwork, everything, and some people exhibit frustration or stress in different ways. So some people become more passive, and again, the kind of depressed and isolated. But then some people are more active about it, which kind of comes out in aggression and frustration, which is something that some people kind of go with both sometimes. But it's also something that's kind of with the regular stress. Changes in eating or sleeping habits, these kind of come with, if you're really stressed with schoolwork, for instance, and you stay up maybe like to 3 in the morning studying for a test, which I've done, and that kind of stays into a habit with you sometimes. It kind of just gradually goes into your life. And also with eating habits when you're stressed about your physical appearance maybe, or things like that. And the use of drugs, alcohol, or tobacco, these are sometimes things people can turn to if they're feeling stressed in their life and they're looking for kind of a temporary fix. So like if you're feeling really stressed at school or home, you might go out and try something that maybe you think will get rid of it, but that's considered a symptom of it.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about treatments for stress. Okay, so first thing, health is a key factor in trying to treat your stress if you already have it. Just try to eat healthy, try to be active. Just try to take your mind off of everything else that's freaking you out. Do things like yoga, tai chi, and other relaxing activities. Just kind of relax yourself, listen to music, draw, do any other activities. Get lots of sleep. Sleep is a good way to reduce your stress and not have so much. And then reduce or eliminate tobacco, alcohol, or drug use. They can give you some degree of help, but it's just not a good thing to get into, and it won't help you in the long run.
Okay, and we also have prevention. So this is kind of similar to the treatment for stress. So exercise, eat healthy. Again, it's really good to maintain a good diet all the time and be very positive. So if you go into a situation maybe you're not looking forward to, and then you kind of put a positive outlook on it, maybe you'll worry less about it, and overall you'll feel happier. And then partake in relaxing activities, so drawing, playing an instrument, something that you really enjoy to do that maybe you can just kind of focus on. And then surround yourself with positive people and don't isolate yourself. So hang out with friends and family, people who are going to bring you up and not knock you down and help you through if you're not able to concentrate or focus. Maybe they can help you get back on the right track.
So these are going to be the 3 main ideas that we want you guys to take away from this as a whole. So 1, stress can be identified. So as we went over with the signs and symptoms, you can tell when you have stress and how it's affecting you in certain ways. 2nd, stress is treatable. So once you identify stress, you can go on to treat it and make yourself better through it. And 3, stress can be prevented in the first place, doing things like relaxing activities and just kind of being in a stress-free environment. So that can avoid and eliminate the need to identify or treat it in the first place. And that's our presentation. So.